Hello, everyone. This is Coach Laura, and I wanted to do a quick conversation with you about real estate coaching. And so the question is, why do agents hire real estate coaches, and does coaching really work? And so I did an overall survey. I know for my clients why they hire me, and I know what they gain from our relationship. And so I thought I would do a little research and find out why other agents have hired coaches and what all coaches do for them. So I'm going to go ahead and launch into this slideshow, and let's talk a little bit about what a real estate coach can do for you. And this is not information that comes from my head. This was actually came from Inman. And they do a lot of work and surveys in the real estate world, very informational. If you're not familiar with Inman, I would say look it up. It's really awesome. Get a lot of great stuff from Inman. Alrighty, so let's get started. So what they did was they surveyed agents, real estate agents, and they asked them a lot of different questions. And one of the questions is, why did you hire a real estate coach? So they were talking with some agents who actually participate in real estate coaching. And these are the top reasons according to the survey. Number one is accountability. A real estate coach should be holding you accountable to doing the things that need to be done to be successful in real estate. And certainly when I coach, accountability is a huge, huge factor in our coaching. It's not enough to know what to do. You have to actually do it in order for it to work. So accountability plays a huge role. The second thing is, and this is in order of percentages of the highest to lowest answer, perspective. A coach can help you gain perspective. A lot of times we get sort of stuck in our own little worlds. We're not sure if we're doing well or if we're having unique challenges. And an experienced coach can help you gain perspective not only on the challenges that you're having, but also on the real estate world as a whole. Third answer was business strategies. Obviously, business strategies are important. It's not just about today, but about tomorrow and how we're going to tackle the market. And real estate coaches definitely deal in business strategy. Encouragement. Encouragement is important. Real estate can be a lonely business, even though you're in the public view, you're talking to people all the time, but you know, there's a lot of rejection in real estate. There's a lot of negativity. And so having someone to keep you encouraged, keep you mentally in the right place to grow your business, that's one of the many functions of a real estate coach. And obviously performance. Your coach is there to keep you performing at a high level. So performance is definitely one of the reasons people hire real estate coaches. Of course, the number one reason is agents want to grow their business. I mean, that's the bottom line. I'm a bottom line kind of girl. So when I coach, I definitely pay attention to business growth, return on investment. I want my clients to find value in coaching with me. So growing your business is definitely a major focus in coaching. So the question then becomes, does real estate coaching work? And according to the agents that use coaches, the answer was a resounding yes. The agents who have coaches saw an increase in the number of listings and buyers closed in their first year of real estate coaching, their first year of working with a coach. And I have to tell you that first year is, there's a lot of heavy lifting to be done as a coach. We're looking at your systems. I'm looking at your teams. I'm looking at your support staff. We're looking at operations. We're looking at finances. Just anything and everything that has to do with your business. And it's a lot of heavy lifting, especially in the first 3 months. So if you're thinking about coaching, and let me say this, there are all types of real estate coaches out there. There are all types of coaches, period, out there. Some of them are focused on a specific aspect of real estate. For example, there are a lot of really great sales trainers. In other words, coaches that focus solely on sales. They won't look at your operations team. They won't look at the systems you have in place. They don't look at working with your support staff. They don't look at your P&Ls. But what they're great at taking you and your team and teaching you how to prospect, role-playing scripts and dialogues. They focus in on lead conversion, and that's really where their expertise is. So when you're looking at or thinking about coaching, you need to think about, what is it that I want my coach to do? What do I expect from my coach? But the answer to this question is, does real estate coaching work? According to those people who use coaches, the answer is a resounding yes. It wasn't a few, it was by far yes. I have listed and sold more homes in the first year that I worked with my real estate coach than I did before. Almost 70% of the agents polled said that they use a real estate coach. This was surprising to me. My sort of angle, or the idea that I had was, it was a slim portion of all the licensed real estate agents out there that use a coach. I would have thought it would have been closer to 30%. However, this number kind of just jumped out at me. Almost 70% of the agents polled said they have or do use a real estate coach, which is pretty exciting. That's great news. I think people have begun to realize that they don't need to reinvent the wheel. And when you decide to sell real estate, when you decide to get into this career, you quickly find that there's a lot to learn. And if you want to get up and running more quickly, or if you want to have more transactions in a shorter period of time, and become profitable as quickly as possible, a real estate coach can be an invaluable tool for you to use. So the question next that was asked is, what benefits do you gain most from coaching? And these are the lists in order. Their coaches make them do things they know they should do but don't. I'm going to read that one again. A real estate coach will make you do things that you know you should do, but you don't. And we all know this. I've done a lot of public speaking. I've been in rooms with agents. I'm not sharing anything new with them. You know, when I teach lead conversion, when I teach follow-up, when I teach tracking your numbers, it doesn't matter what I'm teaching, and I'll be in a room full of agents, and they'll nod their heads and go, yes, I know I should do that. And then when you ask them to raise their hands, how many of you are actually doing it, or ask, what system are you using to do this in? Whatever the variable may be. Well, I'm not really doing it. So people will hire a coach, so that coach, and this falls under the accountability category, that coach will make you do the things that you know you should do, but you don't. And we're all guilty of that. If we have someone holding us accountable, on the days that we don't feel like doing it, we're going to do it anyway, because we know we're going to have to answer to that person. In this case, your coach. Number two, their coaches give them a competitive edge. They feel like their coaches make them more competitive in their market, give them more market share, increase their production. A lot of times, my clients will want me to help them with recruiting and interviewing and training. And so all of those things give you or the coaching client a competitive edge. Number three, coaches help them streamline their workflow. What does that mean? Well, let's think about organization, effectiveness, efficiency. How can we save time on doing the operations side of this business, really? And how do we handle things? How do we manage our time? How do we manage our tasks? So coaches help their clients streamline their workflow. More time saved in the non-dollar productive activities means more time given back to you for being in front of clients, making more sales, and of course having more time off with your family. And number four, coaches help them make more money. Again, once again, we get to the bottom line. Does a real estate coach help you make more money? The answer is yes, they do. What do real estate coaches provide that real estate coaches provide that brokerages don't? That's a very long answer. Those of you who are newer in real estate are coming to realize that your broker doesn't do all the things that you thought a broker would or should do. Some are better than others. Some companies are better than others. Some brokers are better than others. But a real estate coach provides value that your brokerage simply does not. You're an independent contractor. You're basically a business owner. And that's how your brokerage looks at it. So it's up to you to build your business, not up to them. So what are some of the things that a real estate coach provides that your brokerage does not? How about accountability? Does your broker care whether you show up to the office or don't? Does your broker call you and to remind you to prospect? So, you know, coaches do hold agents accountable to doing the things that they should be doing. Brokerages typically do not. Again, there are always exceptions to the rule. What about motivation? A coach will motivate you. And we have all kinds of ways of doing that. Some of them are more pleasant than others. Consulting. You know, what should you do with your business? You need someone who's not dedicated to 30 agents, but someone who's dedicated to you and your business and your vision and your goals, specifically to you. Training. Brokerages do provide some training, but the training is minimal, and it's up to you to educate yourself a lot of the times. Emotional support. That falls on the bottom of the list. I'm not a life coach. However, life sometimes does get in the way of business. There are things that happen within your team. There are human dynamics. There are emotional dynamics. There are personality dynamics that play into growing your real estate business, both with your team, your colleagues, and also with your clients. So emotional support is provided by a great real estate coach. We've answered this question over and over again. Does business increase for agents that coach? The answer is yes. And the majority of agents who coached saw increases of 25% or more in their first year of coaching. Only less than 10% of agents who coach saw less than 10% increase in their business. So does coaching increase business? The answer is yes. And a lot of the times it's most of the time it's more than 25% increase in your business. What does the effectiveness of coaching depend on? Previous slide, let me show it to you again. There's this group of agents, less than 10% who coach, who received less than 25% increase in business, okay? So this is what I love. So Inman asked this question, you know, what does an effective coaching relationship, what does it depend on? What makes a coaching effective for agents? And I thought for sure there would just be this whole long list of things. And what surprised me was agents take responsibility for the ineffectiveness of their coaching. So agents, the effectiveness of a coaching relationship depends on the agent's commitment to the coaching process. This is according to agents who were surveyed who have coaches. It depends on the agent's commitment to the coaching process. That was the #1 factor. The second thing was the relationship or the coach themselves. Let's talk about that for a moment. When you're if you're considering coaching, it's very important to choose a coach that you can work with. As with anything else, there are different personalities, different approaches, different methods that coaches use to help their clients. I am not a one-size-fits-all for everyone. Some agents will come on board with me and just thrive in the environment that I create in my coaching environment, okay? Others will not. We clash for whatever reason. It could be personality conflict. It could be that the agent is not actually coachable. What do I mean, not being coachable? When you decide to coach and you hire a coach, your coach is going to ask you to do things. Some of them are going to be things you've never thought about doing before. Some of them are going to be things that maybe you dislike. But if you're unwilling to take the advice of your coach and implement it, then the relationship and the results, it's not going to be effective. So you've got to be coachable. You've got to be willing to grow. You've got to be willing to stretch. Not to say that your coach is going to dictate to you. I don't dictate to my clients, you will do this or you will do that. Obviously, we discuss the positives and negatives, the returns on investment. But I have had clients in the past who just absolutely refused to do anything that I asked them to do, or even consider it. They didn't want to change what they were doing. There are personalities that don't like change, okay? And so you need to really do self-examination prior to making the decision to coach. Are you willing to change some of the things that you're doing? Are you coachable? Are you argumentative? Are you harsh? These are all things your coach is going to talk with you about. And so before you invest money into a coaching relationship, you need to make sure that you're willing to be coached, that you're willing to implement. Also, I have discovered that there are things that clients may hide from their coach or that they won't tell their coach about. A coaching relationship, in order for a coach to really be able to help you, you need to be honest about the situation from top to bottom. Honest with yourself and honest with your coach. Look, I'm not here to judge anybody. I don't judge my clients. Unless you're doing something illegal or unethical, chances are there's no judgment. Okay? So my job is to work through the challenges. If I don't know about the challenges, I can't help you work through the challenges. I can't help you with solutions. So there's a lot of things that affect that relationship. It's very important that, first of all, you understand yourself and what you're willing to do. And then you need to find a coach that you can work with that is effective, that has experience, and that you can identify with, so that that coaching relationship is profitable for you. So the surprise in this was 70% of agents understood that the key component in the coaching relationship was their commitment to the coaching process. That's huge. That was a surprise to me. So let's talk about what's typically covered in a coaching session. So the agents were asked, who coach, were asked, what typically goes on in your coaching session? Well, business tactics. So a coach will discuss business tactics with you. Of course, we go over goals, we go over performance, we look at the stumbling blocks, the challenges, and then the least thing is emotions. And that really depends on the coach and the relationship that you have with them. But I focus on business. I do deal with the emotional aspect of things, but only in a way where we need to get them corrected, right? So that we can focus on the business. They ask agents, what is your real estate coach most like? And the number one answer was a personal trainer. Many of you do exercise. Many of you are athletic. Many of you come from athletic backgrounds. So you understand the value of a personal trainer. Can you go to the gym alone and have success? Yes. But your success will be far greater and happen much more quickly with a personal trainer. It's the same thing with coaching. Can you reinvent the wheel? Can you figure it out? Absolutely, you're smart enough to figure it out. But you will figure it out more quickly and get the results you're looking for more quickly when you have a coach. A real estate coach is a mentor, an advisor, sometimes a therapist. Now, I am not a therapist, okay? However, I have dealt with all sorts. You would be shocked at the issues that I've helped my clients work through. Not because I'm a therapist. When I feel like you need a therapist, I will let you know. You need to go find a professional. I am not a therapist. but I will listen, and I will guide you in the right direction if there's something going on where a therapist might be required. So why hire a coach, guys? Here's the list: accountability, answers, clarity, staying on the cutting edge, focused ideas, learning, marketing, mindset, motivation, organization, perspective, planning, a different point of view, proven systems. You don't have to test something. The systems that a coach recommends are generally proven systems. Sales, increased sales, support, task management, experience. You know, I've been coaching for 12 years. I've coached agents from all over the country and in Australia as well. And so experience is important when you have a coach. So the final question that I have for you is, are you ready? Are you ready for a coach? Examine yourself. 70% of agents out there that were surveyed said yes, they have a coach. Or you look around you in your office at the agents in your market, the top agents. Chances are they have a coach. So the question is, are you ready to have a coach? Are you coachable? Are you financially able to have a coach? What are you looking for in a coach? What can a coach do for you? So what I would recommend is, it's absolutely free to reach out to me and talk and see if coaching is right for you. See if coaching with me is right for you. See if coaching with someone else is right for you. It certainly doesn't hurt to talk, and you're more than welcome. I'll talk to anybody about the real estate business. Chances are, if you reach out to me, you're probably going to end up in a coaching session. Because it's my passion. It's who I am. And if you have questions about coaching, about your real estate business, about lead conversion, about anything to do with your real estate business and real estate in general, please feel free to reach out to me. As you can see on the screen, there are several ways to reach me. My email, which is HLKconsulting.com. There should be an S in there, so I just noticed that. You can also call me at 850-972-8513. I'll be happy to talk to you. Email me, call me. I'd be more than happy. Or you can visit my website, laurakombrink.com. There's a contact form on there that you can fill out, and I'd be more than happy to discuss whether you're ready to coach in general. If you're interested in what I offer as a coach, give me a call, and I would love to talk to you. You guys have a fantastic day, and I hope this helped you understand a little bit more about what real estate coaches do and why people hire them. Take care. Bye-bye.